Hello, I'm Yukai Chow, gamification pioneer and international keynote speaker, and we're doing another teaser video for the upcoming course on gamification for business. And in this teaser video, we're going to cover what I think is the most important research that I've done after I published my first book, Actionable Gamification. That book was very successful. It sold over 100,000 copies, and over 3,000 PhD thesis academic journals have referenced this book. Now, despite it being super successful, what is the most important research after the book is the work of creating game loops, which we will briefly talk about in this teaser video, but then we'll actually look through a holistic case study about how to create an e-commerce gamified experience too in this very short teaser video. So we're gonna go through things very quickly, but know that if you sign up for our gamification course, you'll be able to see everything in detail and the ins and outs of how to apply this knowledge to your course. So for game loops, most companies have game loops that look like this. It's very linear. You do something and you get a reward. It's just like your regular loyalty program, you buy 10, get 1 free. It's very linear, it's kind of boring. If people don't like the reward, they just don't come back. So in this course, we're gonna teach you how to create more upgraded, more advanced type of game loops, how to create a journey, and how to make people want to come back again and again, invite their friends. This unlocks this reward gives you this power allows you to do this. So it's not a one-time kind of engagement. It's something that keeps your customers engaged for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. And we're also going to focus on how to build out a game loop, because just because you have all the moving parts of an animal doesn't mean you have a living, breathing animal, right? It could be the legs here, the arm here, and the lungs there. It's just a splash of flesh. You don't have a real animal. It has to come together in an elegant way for it to become a living, breathing, flying animal. So we know that when we create a game loop that follows our vision, we can study about what is step 1, having a small game loop. And then step 2, having a bigger game loop and a bigger one and a bigger one. Eventually, it becomes more of a holistic game loop where everything gets connected together and people are telling their friends about it. They're coming back because they enjoy it for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. And there's diversity, there's strategy, there's meaningful choices, and there's autonomy. Now, this is World of Warcraft's game loop, but this one is obviously way too complex. So we're gonna teach you how to create more simplified game loops that are better than all your competitors and give you that competitive advantage. Now, we're also gonna cover a big case study, a holistic case study of how to increase an e-commerce site 188% in revenue. And it's actually gonna be on my client HTC Vive. And we're gonna cover a variety of difficulties that they experience, especially because Meta, that also creates VR headsets, they are a huge competitor and they have unlimited money to spend, and we really needed to stand out against them. So we can only stand out and grab consumers' attention through good gamification design. So of course, we're gonna use the Octalysis framework, but in the course, we're gonna showcase a variety of phases and steps. We're gonna talk about step 1, how we clean up their website and their e-commerce experience. So I'm gonna show you what I did with their homepage in terms of taking what's there, making some improvements, and adding more improvements on top of that based on those 8 core drives in the Octalysis framework. And we're gonna show you actual statistic numbers, how going from the first one to the second one and increase conversion rates by how many percent, and going from the second one to the third one, how many percent in total. That's 4,310% increase in the conversion rate of just that one page. We're gonna show you how we also incorporate those 8 core drives in their email collection, adding more of these core drives, and we increase their email collection rate by 900% for that one interface in that page. We're gonna show how we increase their branding to make it more modern, more interesting, and more cool. We're gonna see how we upgraded their checkout page to become more human-focused, more dynamic, more engaging. Even the order page, which is what we call a Wednesday moment, we make it more exciting, more enticing, and we also motivate them to go connect on social media, not just say, hey, you bought a product, great, that's it. We say, join the family, do a lot of great things. And then even with our receipt, we wanted to gamify that to make it more interesting and exciting. Now, that's just step 1. Step 2 is we juice up their social media. We have a social media content creation and distribution engine where we create a lot of content and we share it on all the social media platforms. And we use a tool we call SMORE, Social Media Octalysis Radar. And we detect in all the social media they're doing, how much epic media and calling are they doing, core drive to development accomplishment, empowerment of creativity feedback. We showcase that We create a warmth and funny kind of memes. We really engage with the audience, and you can see that people really enjoy it. You know, they're like, oh, we're being real bros with HTC and Vive. That's so cool. And then, excuse me, senpai, they're using very fun, friendly language. And you can see they say, we love the new social media manager. I'm buying more Vive products because of this, right? So that's very, very important. And I myself, because I was the one designing it, I also appeared on many different social media channels, YouTube channels, and I got interviewed. And you can see that we get hundreds of thousands of views. And I help manage and create content on their social media. You can see in Facebook, they had triple-digit increase in their statistics. We also created many, many different infographics that are a variety of gamified and have dynamic content. So you can see that in their Instagram, they also have double to triple-digit increase in their engagement. We help them create more mystery in their product launches. And so more and more presses are writing about them. And you can see that we even have more engagement than Meta talking about their headset. So that was a huge win. We also have step 3, honoring the influencers. So we created a leaderboard of the top 100 most influential influencers on VR. And so suddenly when they're rated as a top influencer, they're excited. You know, there's a gamified reward there. So they start talking about it all to everyone. Say, hey, look, I'm ranked number 27. I'm ranked 21st. And they all have to talk well about HTC Vive, right? Because that's their status. And so you see many, many of them. Some of them, like a Forbes article, decide to link to the HTC website, which by itself is very, very valuable, very hard to buy with money. And you know, even Japanese websites also started talking about this top 100 influencers. So we gamified through a leaderboard. We launched a altered reality game, an ARG for them. And so we created a game loop. We draw people's attention to engage with the campaign. Again, we're going through this very quickly. So to get the details, do sign up for the course. You can see everyone was excited about it. And you can see that even influencers on YouTube, they're saying like, wow, I'm so excited. I'm dancing because I figured it out. And then finally, we show that this is not just nice theory and fun. This creates numbers, right? We show actual percentage increase in analytics, 300% increase in website traffic from social media. We show that e-commerce revenue increased by 187%. And so you see through this case study from step 1 to the last step, from getting sales, we gamified the entire journey. And we have 4,300% increase in conversion and 188% increase in revenue. And then we get a nice quote from their VP of Global Marketing. So again, that's just the tip of the iceberg. This is only 2% of what you'll learn in our Gamification for Business course. If you want to know more about that case study, you know, definitely sign up for the course, but we'll have dozens more examples and case studies of equal quality, and you'll be able to apply it, to learn it, to become a top talent in the world, not just in Taiwan, but in the world. When you're learning from the number 1 in the world, you're gonna be a top talent in the world. And that is why I look forward to see you in our gamification course for business. I'll see you there.